All right. Really briefly, I want to walk you through the Canvas class a little bit. I would do this on the first day of school, or really the second day of school, to kind of make sure you know where everything is. And this is even more important since I'm not currently at school. So I'm currently in my app on my iPad, so you'll see it a little differently on your Chromebook and stuff. But when you go to the, it's OTHS AP Chemistry Sweeso, when you go in, the most important thing that you're going to be using is honestly the modules. Because it's got everything by date. So these are all the modules. Obviously, you will not be able to see all of these yet because I can see, I can see all the unpublished ones. But you should see AP Classroom textbook and resources at the top. If you go into this, the most important thing on here is at the top. It's the AP Classroom join codes. You need to make sure you go onto AP Classroom and you join based on whatever class period you're in. Once I get back, you'll have one thing in Unit 1 with AP Classroom, but we'll use AP Classroom pretty regularly, so make sure you do that. And then I've got links to the textbook. This right here is the link to the textbook. And so you can actually, in a web browser, you can open up the digital version of the textbook. It's the Zoomdoll AP Chem book. And then there's also AP Classroom daily videos, so if you need more help, and you're like overwhelmed because I'm not there, you can always watch the daily videos over every topic in Unit 1. And then Michael Fairbow right here, this link down here, Fairbow topic videos. He's this fantastic chemistry teacher from the Northeast, and he makes videos over every topic in AP Chem. So he's another resource for you if you need a little bit of extra help. Then, of course, I have extra copies of your references if you lose the ones that I provided for you on the first day. So let's look at Unit 0 just so you can kind of see. So you can see kind of right over here on the left how this is all set up, right? So I've got the join codes again at the top, and you'll see it's by date. So at the very top, I put the OWL. So the OWL obviously doesn't open until the 19th, or due on the 19th. I think it opens today. But when you click on that, that will take you to OWL immediately, like through Canvas, and that's where you'll complete your OWL assignment. Make sure when you're doing OWLs that they are, submitted. Like when you finish it, click submit. It will not auto submit, and make sure you submit by the deadline. You'll see it in the calendar on Canvas, and you'll see it on these modules on Canvas, and the sub should tell you when they're due. They're in his sub plans, like, hey, this opens up today and it's due on this particular day. But if you click on this, you should be able to see the deadline for it. So here it is, like this one is available on August 14th, but it's due on August 19th at 11:55. So keep up with those yourself. When I'm obviously back, I'll be constantly talking about the OWLs, but just make sure that you do those. Then you'll see over here on the left, like it's by date. So on the first day of school, I put the nomenclature review packet, which is in the big yellow packet that you got. It's like in the middle section, somewhere in the middle of it, and key for the practice. So you can start studying for your quiz on Friday over nomenclature. Then Thursday, you're going to do a quick do now. There's the key for the equipment practice that you're going to be doing in class. There's Friday, you're going to be doing a measurement activity, measurements and sig figs notes. Monday, you're going to be doing notes over Stoic. There's the key. Tuesday and Wednesday next week, you'll have a lab. There's where you'll turn it in. Thursday of next week, you'll do a FET. There's where all that stuff is. And Friday of next week will be your exam on Unit 0. So it's easy. It's day by day by day. When you get to there we go. When we get to Unit 1, which I haven't published yet for y'all, but let me just go ahead and do that. Publish. Module and all items. So when you get to Unit 1, if you look on the left here, you'll see it's the same thing. I've got the notes at the top, and then and it says back up to class notebook, but with the sub, you're not going to have to worry about that. And then the 2 OWLs, so you can click on those, see their deadlines. They're right there for you when you need them. And then it's by date again. And you'll notice that for every lesson that we do, once we start the AP Chem content, every lesson that we do, video lesson 1.1, video lesson 1.2, there's actually a video on YouTube of my exact notes. It's another teacher because these notes are used by a few teachers. My exact notes being gone through with another teacher. I asked her if I could use these videos while I was out, and she was like, oh my gosh, yes. So I didn't have to make a bunch of them, which is nice, and they're fantastic. So if you're ever confused in class, you can just go and watch these, and they'll help make sure you can basically teach yourself AP Chem by watching these videos, okay? And again, by day, you just go down every day, like what you have to do, what you have to turn in, where the lessons are, and your test on Unit 1 will be on Wednesday, September 10th, okay? So that is where you can find everything in Canvas, okay? So if you need anything, that's where it's all going to be. So I just wanted to walk you through that to make sure that you knew. And then if you go to the calendar, you'll see like the OWLs and deadlines in there. But if you want the day by day, the modules are the best place to see what's going to be happening each day. So hopefully that helps.